Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing origami art. There are lots of different kinds of paper art, but this is what we're going to focus on today. I did some research because I like my art to be a little bit more 3D, and origami is kind of delicate and skinny, like the paper cranes that are made. I've made lots of those paper cranes, and I used to be able to do it from memory, and I don't remember how to do it anymore. But I did find some things that I thought were even cuter and more fun. One of them is a inflatable paper bunny. We're also going to make a 3D cat that was very difficult, so I only made one, and it's not very 3D, but it's supposed to jump, so that's cute, right? And then we're going to make a mobile out of 3D stars. But I did want to show you one thing. When I was learning how to make these inflatable bunnies, when I inflated it, I lost my mind, and it was so cool. Let me show you. So here we go. Flat, little bunny, then watch this. So cute that I made so many of them, and you'll see how right now. Let's get into it. So if you've ever done origami, you know that you have to have a perfectly even piece of paper to start with. So most piece papers do not come like this. I know they have origami paper already made, and I got some for the stars specifically because I didn't want to slice up all the paper. But if you have just regular book paper you want to make origami with, like I do, because I like it to be a little bit bigger for my clumsy hands, just fold the pieces down together evenly and then rip off the excess, and you'll have a perfect square. Now we've got one fold done. We got to do a fold on the opposite side. Now we have the two folds going diagonally, and then we also need folds in the middle. When you make all the folds like this, that is a thing that I didn't know existed. I knew that a lot of these start with folds. The cranes do this too, but this is actually called an origami water bomb base when you start with this triangle from folding those sides in. And I had to look it up like 13 times. I couldn't figure out how to get to this triangle. So the next step is to put both bottoms of the front touching together. Pull the edges inside, make the triangles, tips touch in the middle. Sorry about the color. The sun kept going behind the clouds and it was really messing up the camera. So we have these two pieces touching in the middle. The next thing we do is fold down the topmost piece, and then we're going to take these two little pieces and tuck them into these little pockets that have been made. This was really hard because these top pieces were too big to fit in here, and it didn't say anything about why they should be flush with this, but that's just what the picture was. I mean, we don't get any explanations on these things. It just says make it look like this. So that's what I did, made it look like that. So then we flip it over, and then we pull down the back triangle pieces so that they touch right in the middle, just like this. And then we're gonna take the bottom and flare it up to make like a straight line on the top, just like this. Now we pull in the corners of the bottom to touch each other. This was a lot of paper at this point. It's not origami paper, it's just kind of thick. After this last very important fold, we just unfold each of the sides so that it will be able to blow up. And at this point I was like, well, since I made this, it's like a 50-50 chance it's gonna work.
Is this even gonna work?
Through my head when this happened, I was so
Excited! Look! Honey, look what I made!
After that, I was hooked, and I became the girl who made 1 million stars in the insane asylum, only it's bunnies! So if I were smart, I would have just stuck with the bunnies, maybe made like every color of bunny and got creative with how I was going to decorate them. But no, I really wanted to have more than one animal, and for some reason it had to be a cat. And I tried to do a Halloween cat like 3 times and had to throw away the paper because I kept getting stuck and I couldn't do it. And so now I'm doing this other cat that was supposed to be easier, but it literally took me like 20 minutes to do this. This is why it's on super speed. So I'm the type of person that doesn't like to spend, 30 minutes on one project of folding. So I wouldn't recommend this cat. It's definitely cute at the end. I like it, but I will most likely never make this cat again. I've only gotten the top part barely done. You see that whole bottom part hasn't even been folded yet. I'm just barely making some ears that I'm folding 13 different times. Look at this, like minuscule bitty bitty itty bitty bitty itty bitty itty bitty ears. All those pauses that you notice are me trying to figure out what the heck they're asking me to do. I'm finally incorporating the bottom, so we're pretty close to being done. But I was like, what is this? What is it telling me to do? Every time you see my hand stop. So we're gonna get this head. The head is fixed. Now we're getting the body together. Gotta get these little back feet folded. Yep. And this is how it becomes a jumping cat. Maybe it's just because it was a jumping cat that it was so complex. I'm sure I could have probably found an easier cat, but this was the cutest one that I saw. And you know me, it's gotta be cute or I don't want it. Oh, so glad that we're at the end of this cat though. I was kind of getting anxiety. I hope you guys weren't. Now we're gonna use a hole punch to make the cat size. So they'll be made out of paper, just like the cat. I liked the idea of having the dark blue on the light blue, and I think it definitely looks better than having contrasting colors. Uh-oh, you're not supposed to go over there, buddy. There we go. Cute. Love it. I had the bad idea to do green for the bunny's eyes. I thought green would look cute, but green on this pink. Gotta say, I'm not a fan. I wish I had not used the green. Maybe a darker pink. Get out of there, you. And now to finish off this cute little cat, I'm going to use just a triangle of this pink paper for the little nose. I tried to use some of this leftover glue, but that little thing in the middle was making it difficult. Yeah, I don't like the nose down there. There we go. Push it up. Perfect. In between the eyes. That's what makes it cute. Yikes, this clear glue kind of makes it look like its nose is running. All right, let's make a jump. And nope, didn't work. Look at this kitty. It's cute. It's very cute. Are you gonna jump? Not really. Last look at the bunnies and the kitty. Ooh, look at these pretty colors. And I'm going to use all of them, starting with this white. All right, so the first thing you do to make these stars is just kind of tie a knot, but you don't wanna have too much of this tab sticking out, just about that much. So we're gonna fold the back tab over and push it in until it's flush. And I found out you don't really want to crease any of these folds because you're going to be squishing it later. So flip it back over to the front. And since we went in on that first one, we're going to go in again. 2 ins, 2 wraps. 2 ins, 2 wraps. So we're going in, pulling this through. Now we're going to flip it over and we're going to wrap it over the right shoulder like so. Okay, and then flip it over and wrap it over the left shoulder. Just like that. Now we have to put it in the slot again. Into that pocket. 1 in, flip it over, and 1 in again. Then we just keep doing that. We're gonna flip it over, wrap it over the right shoulder, turn it, wrap it over the left shoulder, and then it goes back in again. Back in that little flap. There we go. And now we put that part in, we have to flip it over and put this last part in. And if there's anything sticking up, like this one's gonna have just a little bit sticking up, you're gonna tuck that right inside there. And voila, that's all the folding for this star. Then we just pinch it on the sides to give it the little star points. Manipulate it. It kind of looks like clay now. And that's it. That's our star. And now I'm gonna make about 20 more of these. You can see them on the right-hand side there. This is going to be the holder for our mobile. You can use any wire. I just found some gold pipe cleaner, so this is what I used for mine. Just make a little holder, and then I'm using fishing wire to put the stars on and to hang it from this little holder. So we're gonna tie this on just like that. Then we start with our first white star and go. Pretty quick and easy, and here we see our pretty mobile in action. The folding part is easy, the sliding the stars onto the wire is easy, the molding of the hanger part is easy. Make it! It's cute, right? Thanks for making art with me. See you guys next week. It's time for your treat.